Hey YouTubers, it's me and I'm coming at you today to show you a quick video on how to achieve this look right here. So this is crochet braids, and I'll show you a little closer so you can see the curl pattern. This is crochet braids with Marley hair, and then I two-strand twisted the hair to get this curl pattern. It was inspired by some of the lovely ladies of YouTube, like Miss Ken K or Ann Southern Sophie's. However, they used perm rods to achieve their curls. I could not for the life of me. I tried to use perm rods in the back, but I could not figure out how to dip my hair with the perm rods being that close to my head without any help. So before we jump into the video, I'll show you some of the things I use. So the hair I use two different kinds. So the dark hair, which is a number 4, I use this kind. It's Jamaica braid, and it's by Bobby Boss. Color 4, just Marley Braid, and then the gold look, which is a 1B27. I use this Diana brand, and just it's a Marley Braid as well. And so they ran me about $5.99 a pack at my beauty supply. So some other things you're going to need to achieve this look, of course, is a comb. A wide tooth rat tail, you need a comb to part your hair and braid it underneath. Once you get ready to crochet, you need a crochet needle, of course. And you're going to need some clips to help hold your hair. And you're going to need some perm rods. And when it's time to twist it and roll the hair, you will need a dimming brush or some kind of wig brush, or you can use your wide tooth comb, something to detangle the hair once it's crocheted in your head. So let's get started. Okay, so I braided my hair. I used some just basic braiding hair, and I have 15 braids going across the top, and I connected them to 7 braids down the back of my head. I added hair to my head because that's just my preference to kind of help my braids stay a little longer. My hair is a little fine, so my French braids don't last very long, but you don't have to use braiding hair. And so I've already crocheted on a couple pieces. And what you want to do is take your hair. I split some of the pieces in half because they were kind of thick. So this is a split piece, for example. And you want to pull the hair tightly between your index finger and thumb. Just get a good grip on it. You want to take your crochet needle, make sure the latch is open, and slide it up under your braid. Then put your hair around the hook. It helps when it's pulled tightly to get it all around the hook. And then pull it back through under your braid after making sure the latch is closed. Finding the little loop that was made, and then kind of wrapping it around the hair, kind of like a rubber band. I just did it once, just for extra security. You don't have to do that. So this is my head all crocheted. I felt like a lion. It was a lot of hair, and it was really, really thick. Felt a little overwhelmed because I didn't know how it was going to work out. So I two-strand twisted all over my head and added perm rods to the end. I used purple and gray, and I have some pink ones in there. I just randomly put them in there. Some gray ones on the bottom, purple on the top. And you want to dip it in your boiling hot water. I chose to use a measuring cup. It just made it easier with the handle, to help me prevent myself from burning myself from the hot water. And then I just pat it to dry with an old t-shirt. And so once it's dry, you can let the twists sit in there for a little bit, but I chose to sleep in them overnight, but you can definitely take them down after about 5 minutes or so. But I just slept in my satin bonnet and chose to take them out the next day. So this is the result. I had a few pieces that were a little frizzy and I wanted them more defined. So I went back through, detangled the section I wanted to twist, and then I put Cantu coconut curling cream on the piece of hair and then two strand twisted it. I also went back through and added some more pieces of Marley hair to sections that weren't as full as I would have liked them after everything had been dipped. It clearly calmed down the lioness fro that I had going on. So you pretty much just two strand twist like you would do your own hair and then secure the end with a perm rod. I decided to try gray ones on top for this, for the redo sections. And I started at the end of the hair and just rolled up to secure that end. And that's how it looks. So now you want to dip them in hot water again. And again, I just redid a couple pieces around the top to get them more defined. They weren't as defined as I would have liked them, but I don't think I had dipped them far enough when I did it the night before. You really have to get creative and maneuver if you're dipping your hair by yourself. So taking the twist out, I just started at the end and carefully unraveled because I didn't want it to be frizzy again. And I just unraveled all the way to the top. The next time I dip them, I will put oil on my fingers to try to help cut down on the frizz. So once it's all the way unraveled, you can separate them, or you don't necessarily have to. Some of the pieces I didn't have to separate, but get a little closer and you can see that's kind of how the definition came out. It looked much better when I dipped it the second time. So I chose to just separate them once very carefully to avoid a lot of frizz. And then I went back and just separated one of them in the front again. And then adjust the hair to how you want it to fall, and that's it. So thanks for watching. Make sure you comment and subscribe.